Hi, I'm Megan from Turquoise Floating Yoga, and in this video, I'll be sharing a yoga flow designed to build strength and mobility. And we're going to start in a comfortable seat. In your comfortable seat or Sukhasana, allow your hands to rest on your knees. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels nice. And begin inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. Allow each breath to become longer, slower, and deeper. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing the hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead again. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Left hand drops to the mat, the right arm reaches overhead to open your heart. Release back to center. Right hand drops to the mat, left arm reaches overhead, open your heart. Left hand or forearm drops to the mat, right arm reaching overhead. One more. Right hand or forearm drops, the left arm reaching overhead to open your heart. Bringing our motion down into the spine and hips with some little circles, really pressing the heart forward at the front and curving, arching at the back. Reverse directions when you're ready. And finding stillness one more time. We're going to turn to face the front of our mat and find our comfortable seat or Sukhasana facing the front. Bringing that motion into the neck with some nice slow neck rolls. Moving slowly, just noticing how every little part of your neck feels. And reversing directions. Finding stillness through the neck. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing the hands through heart center and planting them behind you. Bringing the toes to the mat in front of you. Extend the right leg, switch, 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 and bring both toes down. The left hand reaches for both big toes, and then the legs can be bent or extended for your side boat. When you find your balance, option to reach the right arm out. Squeeze your core and breathe. Slowly release. Switch hands so your toes are in the right hand, the left hand plants. Find your balance. Legs can be bent or straight, and maybe that left hand hovers. Release. And give yourself a moment to take a few circles. Reversing directions, and then bringing the toes back in front of you to set up for another round. Left hand reaches for the toes for your side boat. Legs are bent or straight. Right arm maybe reaches out. Releasing, reaching for the toes with the right hand. Legs are bent or straight. Option to hover that left hand. And releasing back to your Sukhasana, your comfortable seat. And just taking a moment to shake everything out. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers. Exhale to twist, left hand to the outside of the right knee. The right hand plants behind you. And just gaze over your shoulder and breathe. Slowly releasing back to center, inhaling the arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers. Exhale to twist, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand plants behind you. And remember to breathe. Releasing back to center and shaking it out with some circles. Reaching forward for a seated cat-cow. Reaching the heart forward. And then making that angry cat spine at the back. Reaching the hands out in front of you for a little stretch. You'll feel this one in the hip flexors as well. And then slowly walking the hands back up to your seat. Planting the hands behind you, bringing the toes to the mat in front of you, right foot over the left knee for a seated version of pigeon. Flex your foot to keep your knee safe and open your heart. Breathing deeply, send breath anywhere you feel tight. Sliding the left leg to the mat, landing with the right leg on top. Inhale, reaching the left arm up and taking a twist, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Right hand plants behind you, gazing over your shoulder. And most importantly, remember to breathe in your twist. Continue breathing. Releasing the twist, bringing both toes to the mat in front of you. Left foot over right knee like a figure 4. Hands are planted behind you to open your heart and really flex into the left foot. Breathing deeply. One more nice deep breath. And then dropping the right leg down, left leg lands on top. Reaching the right arm up and twisting right elbow to outside of the left knee. Left hand plants. And breathing into your twist. When you're ready, slowly releasing the twist. Rolling over the knees, making your way into a tabletop position with shoulders over elbows and wrists. And then inhale into your cow. Exhale, angry cat spine. And then flowing through your cat-cows with your own breath at your own pace. Really moving with intention. Option to freestyle. I like to take a little side to side swivel with my cat-cow. Really helps me open everything up. You can also stay in a traditional cat-cow if you prefer. And then tucking the toes and pressing into your downward facing dog. Micro bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight. And breathe deeply into your down dog. Really pressing palms into the mat and sending your heart back towards your thighs. One more nice deep breath, and then slowly baby stepping the feet up to meet the hands. Grabbing opposite elbows to hang in your ragdoll, bending the knees, resting your torso on the thighs like a little shelf. An option to sway side to side if that feels nice. Planting your hands on either the mat or a block in front of you, twisting the right arm up towards the sky. Releasing and twisting the left arm up towards the sky. Twisting right arm up towards the sky one more time. And twisting the left arm up. Releasing back to your ragdoll. This time, option to take a shoulder opener by interlacing the hands behind your back and gently allowing them to drop forward. Now we're never pushing or pulling, just allow gravity to do the work here. Option to sway side to side if that feels nice. And then releasing the hands, stepping back to your plank position, dropping knees, chest, chin, all the way down to the mat. Planting your hands at mid-ribs, opening maybe to baby cobra, or maybe shining your heart all the way forward into your cobra. Slowly release all the way back to the mat. Right arm reaches out. Bend the left knee, left toe reaches to the outside of the right leg and reaching the left arm up towards the sky. And breathing deeply. Slowly release back to center. Plant the hands at your mid-ribs and opening to baby cobra or cobra. Really shine your heart forward. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. And slowly releasing back to the mat. This time the left arm reaches out, right toe to the outside of the left leg, and right arm reaching up towards the sky. One more nice deep breath, and then slowly making your way back to center. And this time pressing back to your tabletop position. Extend the right leg and the left arm up with your thumb pointing up towards the sky, making one long line from fingertips to toes. Really squeeze your core, breathe, and slowly release back to your tabletop. Give yourself a moment to shake everything out. And then extending the left leg and the right arm with your thumb pointing up, one long line. Really activate your core, energy out through your fingertip. Breathing. One more nice deep breath. And slowly releasing back to your tabletop position and allowing a moment to shake everything out. Meeting in our tabletop position. On your next inhale, reaching the right arm up towards the sky. And then threading the needle, bringing the right arm between the body and the left hand, allowing your cheek to rest on the mat for a little twist. Option to reach the left arm up towards the sky, or to reach it around your body for a bind. Breathing wherever you are, trusting the variation you chose is just right. One more nice deep breath, and then slowly starting to unwind. Bringing the left hand back to the mat, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, and making your way back to a tabletop position. Flowing into your cow pose, looking up towards the sky, and then pressing the mat away from you, angry cat spine, and just flowing through another round of cat-cow. And just notice any little differences you might feel from the first round. Inhale, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. And then threading the needle on the other side, bringing that left hand between your body and your right arm. And just take a few nice deep breaths. Choosing any arm variation, the right hand can stay down, it can reach up towards the sky, or it can reach for the bind. Breathing wherever you are. One more nice deep breath, and then slowly starting to unwind. Bringing the right hand back to the mat, reaching the left arm high one more time, and then making your way back to tabletop. Extend the right leg long behind you, squeeze the knee in towards the heart, step the right foot through, and lifting your arms for your low lunge. Allow your hips to drop low, stomp weight into the front foot, lift your heart, really squeeze your core, activating, and maybe taking a little heart opener at the top. One more nice deep breath, and then slowly with control, bringing the hands down to frame out the front foot, and then sending the hips back, flexing into the front foot for your half splits. Bending the front leg, squaring the hips, And flowing back, flexing the front foot, and just moving with your own breath at your own pace through your half splits. And just notice how your hamstrings feel. Notice how your hips feel. Pausing at the front, taking one more nice deep breath. And then sending the hips back, pausing there, one nice deep breath. And slowly releasing back to your tabletop position. And flowing through cat-cow again. Moving with your breath at a pace that feels good to you. Extending the left leg long behind you, squeezing the knee in towards the heart, stepping the left foot through, and sending your arms high for your low lunge on the other side. Option to interlace the fingers. Option to open your heart for a little mini back bend. And then slowly releasing, framing the hands out around the foot, and flowing through your half split, sending the hips back, flexing the front foot, bending into the front knee, squaring the hips. And just like before, moving with your breath, moving at your pace, pausing at the front to take a nice deep breath, and then sending the hips back one more time, and pausing at the back to take one deep breath, and then moving back through your tabletop position and pressing into a plank. Step the right foot forward, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, taking a deep breath, planting the right hand, stepping back through plank. Step the left foot forward, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. Dropping the left hand, stepping back through your plank. Stepping the right foot forward, reaching the right arm up. Stomp your weight through that front foot, squeeze your core, and see if you can lift your arms. Nice deep breath there. Dropping the hands back down. Stepping back through your plank. Step the left foot forward, reaching the left arm up towards the sky, stomping weight through that left foot, squeeze your core, see if you can bring your hands up. Nice deep breath, lowering back down, stepping back through plank, stepping the right foot forward, reaching the right arm up. Squeeze your core, hover the hands. Option to drop the back hand towards your leg and reach up towards the sky. Slowly making your way back down. Stepping back through your plank position. Stepping the left foot forward, reaching the left arm up, squeezing the core, hovering the hands. Dropping the left arm back towards the thigh, right arm reaching up towards the sky. Slowly reversing your way back down to the ground and stepping back through your plank position. Dropping your knees and pressing back to child's pose. Allow your forehead to rest on the mat, coming back to your breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling deeply through the nose. Allowing yourself a few moments to rest here as you focus on your breath. slowly sliding forward on your belly, setting up for a Sphinx pose. Arms are parallel, and gently opening your heart, dropping shoulders down and away from the ears. Releasing back to the mat, interlacing the hands behind your back, and lifting your heart and your toes off the mat for a locust pose. Breathing, and then slowly with control, releasing back down to the mat. Bending the knees and windshield wipering the legs side to side to release any pressure. When you're ready, interlacing the hands one more time, lifting the heart, lifting the toes for your locust. One more nice deep breath, and slowly release. Press back to child's pose, and take a few nice deep breaths. When you're ready, tucking your toes and pressing into downward facing dog. Micro bend the knees if your hamstrings are tight. Option to pedal out the feet. Try finding stillness in your down dog. Taking a nice deep breath there. And then option to pedal out the feet one more time. Finding stillness in your down dog for a nice deep breath. And then walking the hands forward to your plank position and back to your down dog. Ripple forward into plank and press back to down dog. Moving even slower, ripple forward into your plank position. Pause and then press back to down dog. This time, walking your hands back towards your feet, squeeze your core, slowly rise up, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Diving down, walking the hands all the way up to your plank position, and then walking the hands all the way back to the feet. Rising up, reaching the arms overhead, hands to heart center. Swan diving down, walking the hands all the way out to your plank, walking the hands all the way back towards your feet, rising up, sweeping the arms overhead, bringing hands to heart center. Swan diving down, walking the hands out to your plank position, walking the hands back towards your feet, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Swan dive down, walking your hands out, really paying attention to your alignment in your plank, keeping those hips low, and then walking the hands back. Reaching the arms up overhead as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here for just a brief moment and take a nice deep breath. Reaching the arms up, swan diving down, walking forward slowly to your plank, dropping knees, chest, chin, and lowering all the way to the mat. Planting your hands around your mid-ribs, spiraling your shoulder blades in, pressing up to a baby cobra or a cobra, really shining your heart forward, and slowly releasing back to the mat. Press back to a child's pose. Take a few nice deep breaths. As you're ready, tucking the toes in the back and pressing into your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sending your right leg high towards the sky for your three-legged dog. Bending the knee, opening the hip, and taking some nice big hip circles. Reverse directions. On your next inhale, extending the right leg long. Squeezing the knee in towards your heart, stepping the right foot through, and standing tall into your warrior one. Really bend into the front knee, and then opening into your warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg, reaching the right arm down towards the shin or the ankle and reaching the left arm high for triangle. Flowing back through your warrior two, warrior one, planting the hands, stepping back to plank, and pressing back to downward facing dog. Extending the left leg high, bending the knee, opening the hip for those hip circles, and reversing directions. Extend the left leg high, squeeze the knee in towards the heart, step the left foot through, and stand tall into your warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Reaching forward just an inch to reverse the warrior. And then straightening the left leg, reaching the left arm down towards the shin or the ankle. The right arm reaching up towards the sky. Coming back through your warrior two, warrior one. Planting the hands, stepping back to plank. Toe tapping the right toe, the left, right, left, an option to take 4 plank jacks. Keeping those hips nice and low, stepping the right toe, left, 2 more toe taps, and then option for 4 more plank jacks. Dropping the knees, pressing back to child's pose, and taking a few nice deep breaths. Keep breathing deeply. Allow your forehead to connect with the mat. And then pressing back to downward facing dog. Setting up for some vinyasa style burpees, start by going up onto your tippy toes, taking a little hop forward, reaching up, sweeping the arms up, hands to heart center. Sweeping the arms up, swan diving down, jumping back to plank, jumping back, reaching the arms up, hands to heart center, reaching the arms up, swan diving down, jumping back to plank, jumping in, reaching the arms up, hands to heart center, reaching the arms up, swan diving down. A low impact option would be to step back and step forward. If you are jumping with your vinyasa burpees, make sure to keep the elbows soft as you jump back and as you jump forward. Reaching the arms up, bringing the hands down, turning the feet out, stepping a little wider, reaching the arms up, bringing the hands to heart center, reaching the arms up one more time, and squatting it low into our Malasana Yogi squat. Sitting nice and tall. Drop the right hand down, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. Bringing the hands back to heart center. One nice deep breath. And then this time dropping the left hand down to the mat, the right arm reaching up towards the sky. Bringing the hands to heart center. Dropping the right hand down, reaching the left arm up. Option to hold there, or if your shoulders are open, option to reach for the bind. Really opening your heart wherever you are. Releasing the bind if you have it, and bringing your hands back to heart center. Dropping the left hand down, reaching the right arm high, option to hold there, or if your shoulders are open, taking the bind. You may find that the bind works for you on one side and not the other. That's totally fine. Keeping in mind everything is just an option. Reaching the hands to heart center. Planting the hands down and making your way back to a comfortable seat. On your next inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing the feet out in front of you, and then just laying back with your spine flat to the mat. Extending your legs high for a legs against the wall pose. Option to point and flex the feet. Option to take some little circles with the ankles. And then hugging the knees into heart center and planting the feet down, setting up for a bridge pose. Stomp your weight into your feet, reach your fingertips towards the ankles, and lift your hips high. Squeeze your glutes, squeezing through the quads. Exhale, release all the way back down. Windshield wiper the knees side to side, releasing any pressure. And then option to set up for one more bridge. You can use the same hands or interlace the hands behind the back for a little shoulder opener as you send your hips high. Remembering to breathe. And then slowly releasing all the way to the mat and windshield wipering the knees side to side. Option 1 is to straighten your legs for legs against the wall pose, or come with me to bend your knees and crunch it in. Extend arms and legs long, extend it up for a crunch at the top. Bend the knees, crunch in, extend, reach up. 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 Almost done. Bend the knees, crunch in, extend, reach up. Bend the knees, crunch in, extend, reach up. And hug the knees into heart center. Option to rock and roll a little side to side to massage out the spine. Before extending arms and legs long for your Savasana. Don't skip your Savasana. This is the most important pose in yoga, where we receive all of the beautiful benefits of our practice. Allow your body to become light. Allow your mind to become still. If any thoughts float in, that's okay. Just allow them to drift away as you completely relax. slowly coming back to your awareness. Start by noticing your breath, bringing back some little motion, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Option to take a nice good morning stretch overhead before rolling onto one side and making your way back to a comfortable seat. The latent teacher in me honors the latent teacher in you and the latent teacher in all things. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a flow.